All right, so I'm going to do a quick walkthrough tutorial on how we built this farmhouse table for our dining room. So basically this is all pine, so it's a very soft wood, easy to work with, but it is, as you use it, probably going to get some scuffs and scrapes, but that's okay. It's not perfect, but it's perfect for us. So the tabletop, let's talk about that first. It's easy. These are 2x8s, I think by 8, and so once I determined my length, I cut them off to where they needed to be as a rough estimate. But as you can see, this edge is nice and straight. We actually ran it through the table saw, taking off a 1/4 inch on the outside to get rid of the rounded edge. I definitely would recommend getting rid of the rounded edge, but I would do it a little bit differently next time. I would run a board down here or a runner or something so I could take my circular saw and then run it down the edge. I don't have a joiner which would be able to flatten that edge, but I just used some simple tools. Used a circular saw and a table saw. All the tabletop is joined on the bottom using a pocket hole system. So that is by Kreg, K-R-E-G. Creates the pocket hole, and then you screw that all together. So while we're here, you can see that the legs, those are actually 4x4s. This piece coming across here is a 2x4, this is a 2x4, and this is a 2x4. So I would recommend doing the base first and then painting it. This is a 2x4. To get 4 chairs in between from the inside of this to the inside of that one, it's 84 inches. So we allowed 21 inches for each person, which our previous table had 3 spots, 3 seats, and it was 63 inches. So doing some simple math, came up with 84 to fit those 4 things there. That's the basic construction. So these are breadboards. These go on the outside. So once we had the width here, I cut a board to that width. I also ran a straight edge across here so that I could take my circular saw and make this edge nice and straight, so this would butt up against it. You can see that we have some gaps, and that's because I used a table saw to do the edges, but again, that's okay for us because we did not want it to be perfect. So the width on this guy is probably about 34 inches. It is a little bit narrow, but that is what we wanted. So if we wanted to do something that was a little bit wider, I would recommend 2x10s, but you might not want to go too wide. So you might have a 2x10 here and a 2x10 here to get you a couple more inches. Or you could do, 2x10, 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 and then 2x8s on the outside. Or heck, you just do it all 2x10s and you have a nice wide table. This sucker is heavy, no doubt. It took 3 of us to get it in the house. I'd probably recommend 4, but again, so this one is 9 feet long by, like I said, 34 inches. And the bench is pretty much the same construction. Those are 2x4s, and then you do your apron around the bottom in 2x4s. Those are all joined with the pocket hole screws, but you definitely could come in this way to get those, and right here to get those, make it a lot easier. This is, again, a 2x6, I think. Yeah, 2x6. Because this is a bench, we left these rounded. We did not square them off, so that way it's nice and easier on the legs. I would recommend doing some pre-staining. Down in there, you can see we have some stain that we didn't get in there. It's a little bit harder in the grooves. And that's pretty much it. Any holes in the wood we filled with stainable putty, wood putty. and let that dry real good. We sanded it pretty good. Probably could have used a little bit more, but we were very excited to get the project moving. And then for the stain, it's a combination. I'm not sure of the exact names, but it's like a brown, and then there was a gray that Karen did over it, and then 3 coats of polyurethane satin on the top. Do that really good. I would sand these better next time, but that's okay. All in all, we are very, very happy, and we really hope that you guys have enjoyed watching us build this. If anybody wants to contact me regarding any other questions you might have, please feel free to do so. All right, thank you very much, guys. Later, bye-bye.